Well, since we're dealing with an unusual heat wave and my melting brain can't come up with anything spectacular, I'm just gonna show you my current collection and how I display it. I know the lighting is probably not quite ideal, but I can't even care about that. It's too hot. Okay, so everything I'm showing you, I'm also going to post in the video description below in the order in which I'm showing it. So if the stuff is shown up in any previous videos, I'm going to link those and also put a link to where you can find it if it's still available. Alright, so right here we've got the zombie tools, spit. It's a kind of a two-handed sword slash spear hybrid inspired by the Zulu Ikawa spear. There's another zombie tools. This is the Reaver Cleaver. And right next to it is the Albion Knecht Kriegsmesser, which is German for war knife. And this is definitely the last thing that I'm going to keep. Like if I have to sell 99% of my collection, this thing is definitely staying, if I can help it. And it's no longer available. You know, a lot of people look for them in the forums and stuff, so if you have one, you're lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. Alright, and then this is a custom designed fantasy saber. It's a hybrid of several different things. Polish saber, yataghan, messer. So this is one that I designed myself, and then one of my subscribers, who is a very skilled smith, made this one. And yeah, it's pretty neat. Quite like how this turned out. Cuts really damn well. And next to it, this is, out of all of these, this is the sword that has been in my possession for the longest. I think I got it in, I don't know, 2002 or 3. I actually found it on eBay. That was one of those really lucky finds. I got it pretty cheap for what it is. This is made by Valiant Armoury. Those are usually quite high priced. Down here we've got an axe, the light Viking axe by Sharp Blades. I've added the rawhide wrap here to protect the shaft. A long sword made by Lockwood. I've shown this in a video about the S-Talk, because this is the closest thing I have. It's a very narrow blade, mainly for thrusting. And this has got a really nice green scabbard and handle. I'm not generally the biggest fan of this pommels, but it does look nice, and it's really slender, only slightly curved guards, almost straight, and quite a nice one. And here is the Windlass scimitar. Very strongly curved blade. This one I've also had for quite a while. And here is a Talhofer buckler, which actually shows up in the manual, fighting manual by Hans Talhofer. These are crazy, and one of my viewers kindly sent this to me. So, pretty cool thing. And here is the Egyptian Khopesh by Neil Burge. Really nice. Let's show the point as well here. Here's a falchion made by Angus Trim. This is an upgraded pommel and guard. The original ones are down here. It was a simple straight guard with this Brazil nut pommel. I definitely prefer it this way. And this one here cuts really nicely. A cheap Naginata by Musashi, which is pretty good for the price. Then Arms and Armor Danish Axe. This is one of my favorites. Really nice. It's a very large axe, but pretty thin. And a 12th century spear by Arms and Armour. This is an extremely well-made spear. I think Swiss halberd by Cold Steel. I'm not done testing this one yet. You'll see that in a review when I'm finished with it. But yeah, it's hard to get much done in this weather, at least with my Nordic jeans, when I just can't handle it. Anyway, there's a Pudao by Hanwei. Very nicely shaped and looks great. You can see on the guard right there some nice detailing. It's not the greatest steel though, it's a little soft, but too soft. There's a Hungarian axe by Arms and Armour, which is not upside down. People sometimes comment that, oh, that axe head is upside down. Nope, this is the way it's supposed to be. There are originals found that were mounted this way, and that's correct. This is for thrusting. With my finger next to it like this, it looks like it's a tiny axe, but there. It's not that small. There's a Bardiche by Deepika. Not really great quality. In fact, it's pretty shoddy. Let's be honest about it. The only reason I still have it is it doesn't even seem worth selling and shipping. So, yeah. Anyway, the Town Guard by Arms and Armour. Really nice side sword. This is one of the prettiest that I've seen so far. I very much like that one. Let's look at the blade. And this is still a semi-temporary setup here. This is actually, this entire thing is an unfinished project that I haven't gotten around to finishing yet. And all of this, the reason why I haven't actually fixed anything to the wall is because this is a rental apartment and we already know that we're not going to stay here that much longer, and it just doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be worth it. So hence all this kind of improvised and temporary setup. Still looks pretty nice in my opinion. Here's a Rondel dagger, triangular. This one is made by Lord of Battle. There we've got the Brighton by Valiant Armoury. Recently reviewed that one. And here is a Cobra, which is a two-handed version of a kukri. This one I think is from Himalayan imports, but I'm not positive. This is another one. It's probably the second oldest that I have after the Gladius. We've had this for a very long time, so I can't even remember where it's from originally. Here's the spiked Native American ball club that you may have seen in the recent video made by one of my viewers. Really cool. Larger than they used to be, but it just makes it more impressive. Here next to my hand, this is a monster. And it hits pretty damn hard, especially with that spike. Alright. Then, here, this is an old Windlass Sword. Haven't made that in a while. And it's also one that a subscriber sent to me. Really cool. This is essentially a longsword katana hybrid. So it's double-edged and curved. Then, here, we've got a Ewart Park bronze sword by Neil Burge. It's a pretty one. Of course, bronze is always pretty. Then here we've got the Windlass Bar Mace. This is a monster. This thing is ridiculous. It's just this massive hunk of steel. Very heavy, hits very hard. Then behind that we have a Windlass Italian mace, and wedged in the back here we have two, well, I'm not sure what's the plural Folkses? Folksai? I don't know. Folks times 2. The right one is a historical replica, and the left one is a fantasy version that one of my subscribers made. Here we've got a newcomer, Bec de Corbyn by Arms and Armor. That translates to crow's beak or raven's beak. This thing is brutal. You can see the claw hammer here, the spikes on the sides, spike on top, and there the crow's beak. I actually got this, 2 days ago? Yeah, that's it for right now. I still have a few other things lying around that are not going to be a permanent part of the collection. I still have to, finish some tests on them, make a video, review video, etc. And then I'm going to sell them. And yeah, otherwise, this is still potentially subject to change. I may have to sell some of these in the future. I prefer not to, but I just gotta deal with the limited budget and try to save as much as possible. If you buy something at Call of Athena through my affiliate link down below, I get store credit, and that's the only way I can get new stuff currently. Otherwise I can't afford it. So that's awesome. If you see anything you like and you want to buy that from Call of Athena, you're also helping out the channel at the same time. So I'm just probably going to open up the freezer, climb inside, curl up, and be happy, because this is ridiculous. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one, folks.